Hello, everyone. We are live and a little bit on a slower pace. You know, I'm usually on time for my scheduled stuff, but I wanted to get my fun, super cute hair, which Khala loved. Yes, that one. And we have the beautiful Khala.
Hello.
So we are going to be doing a super powerful 12/21 winter solstice planetary alignment live with the beautiful Khala. So everyone, please go ahead and comment where you guys are from, where you guys are connecting the grid on this beautiful planetary alignment. And so you guys all know we are here in Montana. So let's see, where are you guys at? Please let us know while I create this. Khala, how are you, sis?
The energies are settling in.
Okay, so let's get into it already.
All right,
how are you feeling? How is it treating you?
I have had a lot of intense body feels because I have been working really hard on a lot of my work, and so when I got up here, I've kind of been in a little bubble, and I've been waiting for this portal to open, just so that I can bring my magic to the world. And so I'm feeling really good, very excited. This is something that I probably would have been extremely fearful of at one point, but fear is no longer a thing. It is now. I am feeling excited and ready. Yes. I am focused, eager, abundant, and ready. I can reframe it in any way I want to because it just fear's not there. You know, fear is a new thing. Yes. Fear is a new excitement, a new draw. There's something new and fun about. So I feel that the energy is definitely more joyful, more clear, a lot more light. So it just feels good to be on the winning side.
Yes, it totally does. And so I would like you guys to please meet. I would like to do a formal introduction for some of my people, because I know some of you guys know her. This is my soul sister who came back to Montana, just like me. We've been called to do this work back home, 2020. And so this is going to be super powerful, you guys, because there's something so unique about our relationship. Excuse me. The reason why it's so special is because we have been going on our spiritual journey, our spiritual awakening, our ascension, but it literally brought us back together. Okay. So we met in Montana, crossed paths, and then we left, and then boom, here we are coming back again. Okay. So it is super important that you guys stick around and hang out and really hear the story of Khala and who she is as a healer. And really, you guys, this is super powerful because we're going to be talking about psychic abilities and our spiritual gifts and all of the above. So if you guys are ready for that, sit down, relax, get your wine, get your whiskey, get your tea, your coffee, and let's go ahead and get started.
Get your crystals, get whatever you need.
Yes. Oh, crystals is going to be huge that we talk about.
Anybody drawn to crystals, you're going to be wanting to talk to me.
Oh, yes, absolutely. So one thing before we get started, I wanted to mention is that you can follow Khala on Facebook, okay? And you can go ahead and reach out to her for any of your healing inquiries. So let's go ahead and talk about that as a healer.
So I didn't recognize that I was a healer, okay? So a lot of my life I spent absorbing everything around me and all of the fun that went along with that. And I learned throughout that beautiful process who I actually was. So throughout my healing, what I found were particular ways that I could heal myself and teach people how to heal themselves by utilizing the skin suit technology. So skin suit technology is your cells and everything that you are, everything that makes you the most beautiful you is created with water and intention, and you create density to it. You give it density. You give it realistic things. And it's how you look at it and how you process it, that it will actually manifest in your life.
That is so interesting. So skin suit technology, it's all about basically the water.
Yeah. So in the depths of my swamp and all the stuff that I was going through, the one thing that I could control was what I put in my body. I may not have had the best choices of food or water, or I may not even have had the best environments to be in.
Mm-hmm.
But whenever I grab my water, I'm so thankful. I'm so grateful. I have at least this. I love you. You're amazing. You create wonderful things. You're a light in the world. You know, like anything that I could say that I believed about myself that was my truth, I put it in my water. And my cells responded to it. They said, oh, wait, okay. You can literally say something in here, look in the mirror, and then see something else. So I tried it a couple different times. It worked. And so I don't consider myself necessarily a healer. I find the truth of you. Well, what are you hiding from yourself and why? And so I don't necessarily like come do some crazy magic on you or do some voodoo, but I will crack you open. I will definitely make you look deeper than you thought you could look, because it doesn't have to come from here. It doesn't have to come from this lifetime. It doesn't have to be something that you carry from an ancestor. It doesn't have to be, those aren't your things. Put them down.
Right.
Put them down. It's very simple. So my name actually means the breath of God reborn. And my last name means to smack. So I am coming with a new creation story of how to manifest your actual reality.
Oof. Okay, so let's go ahead and just go ahead and dive into that. Let's talk about creation.
Okay, so everybody wants to know the creation story. How was this world created? So you're out in the void, the 99.9 of everything else that exists on this great multiverse of what is existence. That's where you began. A dot, a blip, a teeny tiny little awareness. And then all of a sudden, there's something that just catches your attention. You don't know what it was. It wasn't there before. But you're focused on it now. And you notice that it's gone. And you think about it. What could it have been? I'm going to give it a name. I'm going to give it a purpose. I'm going to give it a description of all the things it could possibly create. And I'm just going to keep watching it go. Okay.
Spin.
We're on a planet in orbit. There goes Pluto. And you feel it. You feel all the energy attached to Pluto. And then there's a star that passes by. And there's dust. And that dust collects more dust. And that dust collects more dust. And all of those awarenesses and those touchings of all of those things across all time is happening right now, in the now moment, as you speak, as you are present, or as you're not present. See, because what I learned a lot of my life, I wasn't present here. I was present in other people's realities. I was an avatar or a tool for them to use me in whichever way that they deserved or needed, or what lessons I needed to learn or whatever. And it wasn't until I claimed my sovereignty and my birthright to be who I want to be that everything fell in place. So, think about that. You're in the void. In every now moment, you're in the void. You get to create in that now moment. Are you going to create what you went through? Are you going to create new? I mean, you can. That would be wonderful. You can use the moon. You were there. You're a part of it. It has part of you. You can use the stars. You can use the energy waves. You can use your water. Everything around you is your abundance. It's how you choose to look at it and the lens of which you want to perceive that you actually get the information.
Yes. Wow, that is so powerful, you guys. Oh, Christina, good vibes. Yes. Hello. All right, Khala. So let's talk a little bit about some of your gifts.
Okay, where do you want to start?
Maybe let's start with like your childhood and how you discovered that.
So I remember my birth. And I don't know if my mom even knows this story, but I remember my birth. I didn't want it to be a traumatic experience for my mom. I came here to be on vacation. It's been a really great vacation. So I come to my mom because my mom is the most wonderful vessel that I could possibly come to. And if you ever have the experience of being in her presence, you'll know exactly what I mean. She's a true angel walking on this planet. Sorry. So when she gave birth to me, I came out and she had a very easy birth and everybody screamed, "Yay, it's girl, it's girl, it's girl, it's girl." Everybody thought I was a boy. And so my very first memory is flying around my room trying to figure out how to get to my parents. I didn't want to scream. I didn't want to cry. I didn't need anything like that. I just wanted connection with my parents. So I figured out like how to actually get my little body out of my little body and float around. And I would float around over the staircase and all those other things. But to realize that I could do that, it took a very special gift from my dad. So at 2 years old, I wasn't even 2, I was in a walker. I was in like one of those little kid walkers or whatever. I was on the top staircase. And as my mom is saying, "Shut the gate," my dad hears me tumble down the stairs. And I break my collarbone. I don't feel it. I jumped out of my body. But I had traumatic dreams of coming out of my body and slamming into the door constantly. I didn't know what it was from. And I finally asked my mom, like, "What happened? Like, what was that? Like, I don't understand. Like, why keep having, oh, well, the reason why is because you broke your collarbone. And, like, that was just,
Which one, the left or the right?
It's this one. Yeah.
Oh.
So in that, I learned how to jump out of my body. Twice. So I learned it when I was first born, and then again through a traumatic experience. Both, by the way, by modern way of having children is traumatic. Like they start the harvesting of your energy from in here, right? Because your parents might be going through trauma. Your mom might be arguing with your dad, got all those hormones going, got bad relationships, holding on for the family, all that's being programmed into the child.
Before it's born.
Yeah.
Wow.
The fluid of which you are swimming in is the swamp. That's where it started. But you chose to go into that vessel. Why'd you choose to go in there? What is it that you needed to learn from there? And can you accept it for what it is? Acknowledge that it is what it is. And then let it go. Create something new.
Right.
That was just an experience that went through to create you. Now, what do you do with it? Do you stay in the swamp? Or are you going to drain the swamp? Because I know how to drain the swamp now. You have to lift yourself up. You have to look at it from a higher perspective. Figure out what's right for you. Identify your actual truth, not the lies that you've been telling yourself, not the lies that other people have told you, but your actual truth. What holds you on this planet, because you came here to do that. You wouldn't want to do those things. You wouldn't want to be those things why would it come in your mind? Why would it be there? Why would it be anything in your awareness if you didn't already create it? Why can't you just let it be?
Ooh, that is so powerful.
Let it be. Let it be what it is. And then move on.
Right. That is so, so powerful. Wow. And so something that was really interesting when I first met Khala was at a retreat.
Yep.
Which is why retreats and spiritual retreats, healing retreats, wellness retreats, any type of retreat is so, so important to me and my healing and my awakening and my ascension. And that's truly like a way to get back to soul family. Like when you go to retreats, you guys, you meet soul family.
You don't get the call unless you're supposed to be there, and it's really, when you walk in the door, It's like coming into this bliss. Like, you recognize everyone.
Right.
There's not a stranger in the room. There's not a hard feeling to be had. There's no arguing anywhere. There's only complete cooperation, understanding, harmony.
Mhm.
Like, who couldn't have that? Like, want that for like 5 days? Give me 5 days
With us. But we met at a retreat.
Mhm.
Someone that we were both watching on YouTube, and we just were like, felt the call to go here. It was in Montana.
Yep.
And of course, being called to that land was a huge part of going to that retreat and awakening to my truths.
Mhm.
And so then I met this beautiful soul sister, and she told me while we were having a little doobie outside, which is so funny because like almost everyone there like smoked weed.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we were outside, and she was telling me this story when she was a child, and I've never heard of this before. And even just a year ago, you were terrified to talk about this.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. Like, how many people are terrified to talk about their spiritual gifts, their spiritual abilities, okay? We have them, but we dumb them down by saying, no, that's not real. No, I can't do that. No, I can't do this.
Or other people do.
Right.
That was my story. Other people said you have a great imagination.
Right. And trying to tell us
You can't do that. It
Yeah.
scares them. And that's okay, because I'm scary.
So let's talk about that.
Okay, so when I was a young girl, I had 2 wonderful brothers and a lot of difficulties in those relationships and dynamics, which were all healing and wonderful experiences when I look back on them and what they taught me about myself. Okay, and what it taught me about my brothers and who they are today and how proud I am of them.
Mhm.
Okay, so now, with that being said, one of the gifts that I have is that I can disappear. I can disappear in plain sight. I can be in a room full of people, completely aware of everything that's going on, and absorb into the wall. Might end up downstairs, might end up in the bathroom, might end up outside. But whenever my brother would try to come find me, when we played hide and go seek, because I didn't want him to find me, I'd just melt into the wall. And then I'd go observe him from the other side.
Wow, that was so interesting to me when you told me that last year, because that was the first time I've ever heard anyone disappearing in plain sight. And then, I don't know if I told you this, and then I met someone, I think, just a couple of months later.
Uh-huh.
It was one of my soul sister's husband, who he's not like a spiritual person.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't even really go through his awakening. But he, at a young age, his hand in front of him disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you guys know, on Netflix, there's this show called Raising Dion. And in that show, it talks about these children, these galactic children who can teleport and do all of these crazy things. And it talks about this kid actually disappearing.
So
this is true. Like, this happens to people.
Mm-hmm. So I used to manage mental health homes. And I have a really big problem with the mental health system, because I met a lot of very gifted individuals. And on one particular night, I had the notion to go check on one. When I went up there, the door was open and he was outside. How'd you get outside? Well, just decided to do it. And he had a cold Coke in his hand, a bottled Coke, which we did not have on the property. It still had condensation on it. So he tells me he created a bridge to walk across, to go to the apartment complex right across the street, walk down the stairs and go over to the gas station, come back and come across. And he has always told me that his family is from the stars. And they didn't believe him. I did. And so he showed me a lot of things that he could do, and I could decipher everything that was coming out of his mouth. And because I could do that, I ended up getting targeted at work.
Wow.
I wanted to go buy them real food, like real groceries, fresh fruits and vegetables, and make them real food that they can actually tap into them. I got demoted for giving them food.
And see, that's the thing, you guys, is that there's no matter what you do, you will always be a reflection of a false narrative that's playing in that person's mind. Anything. You could be the sweetest angel. Even Jesus had his haters. Let's just put it at that, y'all.
Right?
So I just want to say, I want to give a shout out to people on Facebook, because we have our Facebook and we have our YouTube. I highly recommend you guys go to YouTube so we guys can interact, where we can see you guys live. But shout out to Scott Davis. Hello, brother. Hello, Linda. How are you? Linda Light. Hello, Marshall, Soul Brother. How are you? And Andrew, Soul Family, all here rocking it. Awesome. Thank you guys for being here. If you guys have any questions at all, like, please let us know. Any questions. It doesn't even have to be about Khala or about the universe.
I prefer it wasn't about me.
Like, just ask any question.
But like, if you want to know something, just ask. We'll see what comes out. I'm an open channel. See, part of the thing is, like, part of my gifts is that I can channel. I can decipher the codes that are being come through. I do have a lot of light codes within me, and a lot of people don't know what light codes are, but you will.
Let's talk about that. What are light codes?
Light codes are your divine blueprint. So the true you, the one that wants to come out, the one that's like screaming inside of you, I activate her. For him. So, and whatever you see here that you don't like is a pure reflection of you.
Exactly.
Because I love everyone. And if you've met me, you know the potency of my love.
Yes, absolutely.
It has no bounds.
Yes. And that's why we're here together.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love it, you guys. And so what were you saying again? I completely cut you off.
So a lot of the people in the mental health system, I've noticed, have spiritual gifts that are being dumbed down. They're being medicated and stuff, which is another thing that we're going to get into in just a second. Is part of the reason why I figured out all of the things. I had this massive moment of remembering, and what that was I was on 32 pills a day. I was 176 pounds and bedridden. And that is no longer my story. Obviously, I stepped into a new technology, a new meat suit, and it took me looking at the person that was in the mirror, because that was my lens, addressing her first, getting good with her, deciding what we want together to co-create, and then getting right with the little girl inside of me, and then getting right with all of the versions of me. And trust me, when you have a year of darkness, to sit in a room with no one, and your mom has to come help you get up and go to the bathroom and go to the grocery store because you'll literally collapse on the floor. Can't stand or turn the neck any which direction. I promise you will look at every shadow.
Right.
You'll look at every person that's in you. So do you want 100 days of darkness, or do you want like a couple hours of like, hey, I'm going to look at this, I'm going to feel it, and I'm going to let it go?
Right. Absolutely.
It's real simple.
And so what's super interesting and what I love and super unique about this soul right here is that she is a real, true, natural shapeshifter. And I would like for you to go ahead and dissect what that means. But before she does that, I just want to let you guys know that this woman has transformed herself inside and out, body, mind, and spirit on all levels. Wait until you see this picture after she shares with you. Go ahead.
So as I'm dissecting all of these things, I figured out that it wasn't just looking at all the things that I loved about myself, because that's going to get me in a lot of trouble. It actually makes it a lot worse. The pains get worse. The symptoms get worse. Everything gets worse. So I started to look at the things that I didn't want to look at, like the things that really scared me, that just frightened the daylights out. Like, why would I even think that? Like, what is going on in my brain to make me think about like that horrific experience? That's not a part of me. That's not what I want.
Right.
But if I didn't look at it, I wouldn't know that I wouldn't want it. And if I didn't want it, then I can take that now moment and think about something else and recreate that moment. And then every time I did that, I shifted. A body part shifted. An ailment moved, or, it disappeared. And so it took like, okay, let's take my neck. Super fun one, right? I didn't want to look at my life. I didn't want to look at my gifts. I didn't want to look at that I had a choice. I had a very false narrative running through my head that I needed to go to Texas. I needed to go take care of my mom. I needed to do this. My mom has very much proven she can take care of her damn self. I didn't need to do any of that shit. But because I believed that lie and I lived that lie, and because I allowed other people to dictate my little world, it crumbled. But then I started to see if I could make it crumble, I could also rebuild it much stronger.
So powerful.
If I could do all of that, why couldn't I do something else? It's my choice. This is my life. Mm-hmm. What can I do? How could I be playful with it? How could I release expectation? How could I ground myself and actually bring what I want here? Those are the questions I want to ask.
Yes.
How do you ground? What does it feel like to be grounded? Do you even know? Do you know how to bring your manifestations here? Are they still in orbit? Are you still just focusing on them? Because if you're still just creating them, you're just making them stronger. Once in a while, you're going to get a big collision. And that big collision is going to take you down. And you can stop it by stopping the momentum and changing it to something else.
Oh, that's so powerful.
What you want. But you have to allow yourself to be present.
Right.
Where are you?
Really, that's a huge question to think about. Just being aware and even just dropping in. That's a reflection type of question to ask yourself every single day.
Where are you?
Yes.
That's what I want to know. Where are you? Are you stuck in a time that you didn't want to be in? Get out of it. Are you holding on to somebody else's baggage? Put it down. You driving somebody else's car? Put it back in the garage. Give the keys back. Mm-hmm. Take your power back and do something for yourself. Be selfish. Take a couple of days to actually feel yourself. What hurts? That'll tell you something.
Oh, that is so true.
Keep stubbing your toe. Which toe is it? Look it up. They all have meaning.
Why is your back hurt? Why does your left shoulder hurt?
Why is your lower back it won't stop? You've done everything. You've got financial worry. Your root, your stability. Yeah. Where are you creating stability for yourself? That's the question you need to ask, not who's giving it to me. Nobody's going to give you security. Security comes from you. Nobody's going to give you anything. The only thing they're going to give you is actually what emanates from the essence of your core. And then they multiply it until you see it.
And how can one better have clarity of what is in their core? It's
actually so incredibly difficultly simple.
That's such a good term. Difficultly simple, you guys. We overcomplicate things.
So everybody has this 3 days of darkness. Choose it. Do you want the universe to serve it to you? Do you want to see what's going to show up? What did you create? Because if you've been worried about it, it's eventually going to smack you in the face and you're going to get everything that you worried about because you're a masterful creator, just like I am.
So true.
So awareness is, does it feel good? Does it light you up? And when I say light you up, you will feel it in the top of your head. You will feel tingles go all the way down your being into the earth. You will know you are in full alignment when you go, oh, yes,
You know what? That kind of scares me sometimes when it's like in full alignment and just everything makes sense.
Yeah.
I take a step back because I'm like, whoa, that's a lot. But my soul sisters, really, especially you guys being here, you guys help me. Like, you guys push me back into that alignment because the light can get so strong. It's like, whoa, you have to take a step back, you know? But sometimes you need to just fully surrender.
How about this? Lean in and be. Like, who are you in this now moment and what do you accept? Because we are in the 2021 portal, and whatever you are, instant manifester. Whatever you believe, you are. Whatever you want to create, you created. What do you want? Do you want a bad job? Work for a living? Like, my whole being gets a little jacked up with that. My lifestyle, my way of being on this planet, I don't work. I'm retired.
Yes,
I do things that light up my soul, that give me passion, that give me purpose. That's it. My income doesn't come from one source. My income does not come from any entity. My income is my abundance. My abundance is my energy. And wherever I put my energy and my focus is what I create. I wanted to go the past couple of years and create an adventure for myself to find myself. And I found myself a masterful creator. Every turn I took, I created an opportunity for me to learn something. I created an opportunity for me to earn something. I created an opportunity for me to make connections with other people. But it wasn't until I actually leaned in to that super scary, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Just do it. You just lean in a little bit, and then it's no longer a hard tumble. The easy button has been installed. I already did it. Yeah. I did it from a damn self, which means that you all have access to it. I put in an easy button. Choose it. It's a choice. Power of choice, power of now.
Yeah.
What do you want to be? I want to be a shapeshifter. I want to show you what it is that you need to see. I want to create all of these wonderful things and all of it. So, like, I want to be able to have free expression on my property with my tiny house, my cabin, my hobbit hole. I have a little hobbit hole.
I had dreams about that last night.
I love my little hobbit hole. You know, I'm going to have my beautiful family. I'm going to have my soul family. I'm going to have my gardens and all of these wonderful things. And I know it's here in Montana. I have landed here. My bubble is now here. I have planted my roots, and this is where I'm going to create the next healing center, where you tap into the truest potentiality of you and create whatever you want. I'm going to give you opportunities to create businesses for yourself. I'm going to give you opportunities to be what you want to be. Try it out. Put it on for a week. You want to go dig for gems? Come with me. You want to go ride a horse? Let's go. You want to go, like, do the things that light you up. This is what I want to create. I want to create space for you to have artistic value if you want to do that. I want you to have a space where you can separate, but also create good community for yourself. So that's how I live my life. And so I have created these little hubs around everywhere that I love and put little bubbles there. I already created it. So now I'm just bringing my bubbles down.
I love it. You know, with your spiritual awakening, when was that? When do you feel like, because I feel like they come in layers.
They do come in layers. So I would say I had several that didn't make a whole lot of sense, right? So they were like bits and pieces of information that would come through that just got stored, right? So it was like a remembering what happened, and I would just keep it. And then I'd go about my day, and then somebody would say something and something else would pop up. And then it would become a synchronicity thing, and then it became numbers things, and then it became an angels thing. And then I very much resonate with angels. I work with angel frequencies all the time, crystals within crystals, the rainbow frequencies, all of that stuff. I go the entire spectrum and beyond when I do any kind of healing work. Whenever I actually speak, like, that's what I'm doing. I'm giving you all of that divine blueprint. Right. And so through throughout that, so then there was the other point where it was like, well, I was in the bed and doing the medical stuff and trying to figure out my body and all that. And then I had a physical awakening with my kickboxing, and because I did kickboxing for a little while. And so not only was I doing the meditations to be able to work on my body, but then I was doing physical activity. And mind you, 2 knee surgeries, 2 neck surgeries, shoulder surgery, bedridden for a year, like the list goes on.
Let's show them the picture.
Sure.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Is it right here? Where is it?
Want
to get to it?
Yeah. I don't know how to get to my pictures. I'll just do it this way. No. How do you do it? I don't know how to work things.
I know you don't.
I don't. I really don't. These things don't work for me. So, okay, go to my, there, photos.
This one?
No, just photos. And then just scroll all the way down.
Look at us.
I know, right? I don't know how to do these things. I'm so dumb with electronics.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we'll just do this. We'll go ahead and screen share and vortex for a second.
Okay, you can see my shape-shifting abilities here. So here, this is the same time.
Let's click this one.
Yeah.
You click. Please click.
Okay, so first I'm gonna give you the actual me in this timeline. This is actual me, okay? Then I had my brother.
Actual me?
This is actual me. And then my brother took a picture of me.
Okay, at the same time?
This is the same day.
Oh my God. Okay. Before I lose this train of thought, we were just talking about this, you guys. We were talking about
I think
how
those are the same day. Those are really close to the same day.
Energy, like it picks up on camera.
Yeah.
So the person who is taking a picture of you, depending on that frequency, will show up in the camera.
Yeah.
You look like 2 different people. Mm-hmm. And then check this out. Whoa, how far apart was that?
So this the bigger picture of me is 2017, I think.
Uh-huh.
And this one was 2019.
Wow. So
Let me go back. I don't know the dates on these things. Yeah, dates are horrible for me, so let me go back.
That was your physical awakening.
Yes.
With your shape shifting.
Yeah. Why people were scared of me. I understood it then.
Wow.
Because like I can literally shape right before your face. I'm a
like
totally
that.
Different person.
Like physically on the physical cellular level.
On the cellular level, I can change just by being in your frequency.
Ooh. And that is so true, you guys. I noticed that when anyone who is not really at our frequency, they kind of what's it called? They kind of get nauseous.
Yeah,
they start to release.
Yeah, here we go.
Wow. Okay, this was what, 26?
This is 2016.
That was just 4 years ago.
2016, and then this is me living a lie.
You can see in your face.
Very
you can
much.
see in your eyes. You're a completely different person in your face.
Completely different person. I tried really hard to put a smile, but you could tell like
it looked like
very
painful.
dark.
It looked painful to put on.
Very, very painful. And then so difficult to see these. I started to really come into my awareness at this point.
Ooh, okay, the lights turned on.
Mm-hmm. And at this point, I actually had a moment of where I actually saw creation. Like the entire everything happened at one time. It just blinked right into me. So it was, I'm laying on the couch and I'm watching Ancient Aliens because like that's just fun. Yeah. And totally drawn to all that fun.
Yeah.
Totally drawn to all that fun stuff and didn't really understand why, but now I do. And so I saw all this creation stuff and then I thought about like all the stuff that I had thought about when I was a kid that I actually created in this real life. And so it was like, okay, all right, what are we going to do with this? So then here we go. Morphing started to happen.
Yeah, definitely.
This was 45 days apart.
Wow. I love that.
Yeah.
the body and mind and the soul is so powerful.
So connected, man.
When they are working together, when they're connected.
Come on.
When they're
I
connected.
love you guys. All on my Facebook. But yeah, then like you can just see like it's all different versions of myself. But who was I hanging out with in those moments? Who was I being in those moments?
Right.
Who was I portraying for that other person? And does that define me? No. How do I define myself? And it was when I defined myself and actually figured out what a twin flame mission is, that I actually, right? Okay, so
hello.
Twin flame mission. A lot of people have a trigger word on this because they're like, my twin flame this, my twin flame that.
Total trigger.
It's bullshit. Okay, first of all, you are your own twin flame. You have to get in union with self. And when that happens, then you have to figure out what your truth is. Okay, so you have to balance your masculine, you have to balance your feminine, male or female, you have to balance them both. You got to hold them, you got to look at them, and you got to go, what's wrong? Where's all the things? All right, let's fix all the things. And then you take all of it and you put it back into you and you put it back all together. Okay, now, when you do that, each level, you're going to have somebody that matches your vibratory frequency. You're going to become a magnet for somebody that needs the same thing that you do at some point or whatever. Or it is something that you need to create a boundary on. Or it's just a lesson you need to learn to walk away from. Shut the fucking door. Okay, so now with all that being said, when you find the gift of all the people that showed up in your life that felt like that super amazing, oh, I can't live without, oh, my twin flame. If they show up with shit behavior, it is not your twin flame. Sorry. If they show up with excuses and bullshit and trauma, they are still in process of creating themselves. Will they ever get to the point where you can be in union? Who the fuck knows and who the fuck cares? Because there will be another person that is meant for you, that is your vibratory frequency. It doesn't matter the vessel that it comes in, because it is the same. It's the same. It doesn't matter if it's in any person, it's the same. So where are you vibing at? Where you want to be? Where are you wanting to put your life? Where are you wanting to be in this range of frequency? Because it's your surroundings. It's your water. It's your swamp.
Drink some water for that.
Drink some water. Clear the knuckles.
Hello, William. Hello, Wild Faye. Hello, Brian. Hello, Christina. Hello, Resonate 369. One thought is energy. Energy in motion equals emotion.
Emotion, absolutely.
Hope is light, yes.
By the way, if you hold weight in your body, you're holding emotions. Cry. Cry and feel that body. Cry and figure out whose it is. Because I can almost guarantee you there is somebody else's tears. There's somebody else's pain that you're actually carrying. And when you actually hold on to it and you look at it, and you ask yourself and you say out loud, is this mine? You will get a clear yes or no. Is it mine? Yes. If you get a yes, then feel it. Then release it and then pee it away. And then if it's not yours, send it back with awareness. It's not mine, thank you.
Right.
Appreciate you, universe, for showing it to me.
That's so true. We have a question coming in. Linda Light, she said, wow, when was your year of darkness? Spiritual badass warrior.
It was the year that my dad passed away, 2015. I finished working at the mental health hospital. I was working with a difficult patient that didn't have the proper care. And it irked me. And I just went out to my car and I heard somebody call my name and turned really quick and my neck snapped. And that was it. I heard everything. My hearing got turned back on. At that point, I was able to see lights and colors again. It was pretty rough though.
Yeah.
It was pretty rough. But 2015 was the pivotal year, and I lost my dad that year.
Yeah.
I moved. I got rid of all of my family's stuff because I held on to like all of my ancestors' collections.
Yeah.
Like teacups and old furniture from like 1910. And so like I'm holding on to all that energy, and I literally had to throw all of it away. I gave it away, you know, and it was extremely difficult. But once I did, like I get back here or get back to Texas, and then I got a big girl job. I went and did the thing, right? I got a good job with benefits, and I was using my degrees, one of my 5, you know, it was like, yeah, I'm doing the thing. I hated it because I saw the potentiality of all of those people being dumbed down and medicated and treated like shit and not fed right. And it pissed me off, and I wasn't willing to look at that either. I couldn't figure out how to change it. So I just kept doing it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. And so then I just stopped doing it. I lost my job. I lost my benefits. I almost lost my condo. And then I got into a really, really difficult relationship because I thought that if I got into the relationship, then he'd save me. He was a narcissist. Yeah. And he hurt me very deeply in the way that he treated me. And I also was hurting myself very deeply.
From being there.
And it wasn't because, and it was mostly because how else am I supposed to treat myself if I don't know how? So then it was about a year. I think it was it was a little longer than that. It took a while to get rid of the relationship. But when I got rid of the relationship, what happened was I ended up selling my condo, and I went on the road full time. I leaned in. And it was the best decision I've ever made.
And it brought you here?
Mm-hmm. Because I sold the condo, bought the ticket for the retreat.
Wow.
Like I literally like at the same timeline. So I told my dude, like, didn't want to be in a relationship anymore. He told me no. I said, okay, sent him away, did the thing. And then put the condo on the market. He really didn't want it to sell. And then while he was away, I didn't let him come back. And then it sold, and 3 days after it sold, the pipes burst, and I didn't have insurance. So if I had stayed, if I had not leaned in, if I had not followed that, I literally would have lost the condo and would have been sued for flooding the entire unit. Wow. So don't stay, go.
Listen to that intuition.
Listen to it, do it. And then, so yeah, then that's what took me to the retreat and I was buying my rig, but my rig was broken. It had to be in the shop, so I couldn't drive or try that. And then I had to go, I couldn't tell anybody I was going because literally every time I tried to make plans, it got destroyed. And like, there would be roadblocks the entire way. So I kept it to myself. I told my mom and the people that were watching my dog. That was it. And then I just left, and I didn't stop. I didn't tell people where I stopped. I didn't document any of that. As a matter of fact, like while I was gone, I don't think I got on the thing until after the retreat. I don't think I ever got online until after the retreat because it felt like I was under attack the entire time.
God, I remember.
Yeah, it was super bad. Super bad. Like, it's like when you finally make the decision to do something and then everything looks like it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And it's a game. It's the Matrix. They're trying to keep you can do it. Lean in.
Yeah, just try it. Just like to me, when I came to Montana, I said to myself, the one logical reason, everything was saying no. The one logical reason was you can always try, okay? And you can always come back. You can always go back to the old you.
Always. You can shape
But
shift.
why not try to do something different? Why not try to leave?
It's like putting on a pair of shoes.
So
and it's imperfect action too, right? So like I might try on the slipper, but it don't quite feel right, right? But what if I didn't really need a slipper? I need a boot. Ooh. Maybe I didn't need to go to that retreat, but I need to go to that retreat. Well, maybe I didn't need to lean into that, but I need to lean into this. But what is your truth? Like,
Right.
ask yourself questions. Ask yourself a lot of questions. Like that's a gift. Like honesty with self. Ask. The very first response is true. Not the shit that you follow it with.
Right. That's so true.
And if it feels icky and gross and you don't like it, change it.
Khala, Linda is asking if you have a YouTube channel.
I thought I did. I don't know how to work electronics. I'm going to be straight up and honest. But I am manifesting like you wouldn't believe to make that happen.
Yes. And it's all, we're all on different parts of our awakening. A lot of people that I interview, we're all on different parts, but it's about coming out of that spiritual closet, coming out and speaking your message, because your message matters. It truly does.
Your story matters.
Your story matters.
Hashtag my story matters, just in case you want to share.
Your mess is your message, and your message is your medicine.
Absolutely. You don't have to look at everything. You can shortcut the map now. Use of skin suit technology is something that I'm really good at deciphering. Whether it's a spot back here or whatever, we can do full body scan and figure out what's the truth of you and get to the bottom of it. And as soon as you figure out your truth, there is no debate. It is just truth. So you just stop lying to yourself because it feels right.
So Khala, one thing that I really love about you and your healing and your journey and what you are remembering about your abilities and your gifts is your special connection and bond to crystals.
I love them.
So let's just talk about this. What is this here?
It's selenite. This one's a selenite. This is my cleansing wand. This is my superhero right here. I love it because it allows me to literally sweep off any negative energy off of me. I protect my house and my home with it. This one's yours, but I have mine here too. This is the one I used to travel with. And if Katie and Raymond ever see this, they'll recognize it instantly. A lot of my crystals come from family members, soul family members. Actually, all of them do, unless I find them, because I also like to go dig for them.
Which we're feeling the call to do soon out here in the Treasure State.
Yes. I am going to actually I'm going to set up a summer camp very soon. Or spring camp. I don't know yet. I don't know what the seasons are here. It may be in the fall. I don't know. But what I want to do is I want to bring in big equipment onto our property because we're going to be putting in hobbit holes and different types of stuff. But what I want people to do is come out and share with us the experience of breaking ground and playing on big equipment because it's fun. And then anybody that feels called to metal detect or to siphon for jewels and gems, I think that would be just a phenomenal way to play. It's so beautiful. So that is my lumerian seed. I don't even remember where I got her from.
This is huge.
She is so beyond powerful. The light codes, if you watch in the screen, you'll actually get the light codes off of her. So I don't know, like you can see just it beaming, and if it calls to you, it calls to you. You can see the messages in it. You can see, like in this one, there's a particular message for this area. So there's a mountain range here. Ooh. Okay, so if you see there's like a little mountain range. Now on this side, there is a teeny tiny little man. I don't know if you can see him or not, but he is sitting very clearly right here with a little bonnet on his head, looking over the mountains. Wow. And the waterfall. So there's waterfall in here. And so anytime that I get into these crystals, I feel into them and I put them on my body, into my chest or whatever. And I look at all of the different designs and different feelings and all of things, because there's ridges and just all kinds of information that's in here. And they're millions, billions of years old, right? How much information is in just one, right? So, and each crystal means a completely different thing for another person, right? Like we can share a message, but it'll have its own meaning and own weight for another person. So that's what I love about it. And then this one. This is my citrine, my spiritual badassery right here. This one stays with me, and there's confirmation going off in the background. This one goes with me almost everywhere. I do not hide her. She is a glorious, abundant goddess. So, and all my rainbow frequencies are in there.
Wow. So can you tell the people who are watching how they can decipher their crystals or
think about, so this is what I do. So if I'm connecting with a crystal and it's calling to me, because they literally like, pick me up, pick me up, pick me up. So you get that one, you automatically get a key for it. Like if it's called to you, you get the key. So what you have to do is kind of just look into it and figure out where you're going to put your key. Unlock it.
You have to unlock the crystal.
You have to unlock it. You have the key, just unlock it. And then ask. There's your Akashic record right there. There's everything right there. Like every crystal that you come across, it has a spot on it that you can unlock. And most of them have many.
So with this one right here, you can actually see the light codes literally reflecting off. You guys can see that.
Bing, 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 bing.
Oh my gosh, my ear is just like
ring. Yeah.
Just by holding it. It's super powerful.
So I challenge you to put both of them in your hands. And just to feel the energy. And you guys, if you are sensitive to energy, please, do your own thing, but it's a lot of energy.
Well, this takes me back to Egypt.
Yes.
Really strongly.
Yeah.
I'm seeing pyramids and the library, a grand library. And lots of letters, light language. Definite gold coming out from here. Wow, this one too is like ancient Lemuria. Well, Lumerians. Of course. Wow. This is so potent.
So ask it your question. You have both of them. You have here and there. So what is it that you want? What do you want to manifest? What is it that would light up Jasmine's soul? What would be fun for her?
What would light up my soul?
Yeah. What would bring you joy?
Is to have our community, have our gathering place, have it fully come into fruition into this physical plane here in Montana, have our acreage, have our healing centers, and all of our soul family that's being called here, that's gravitated towards here, has a special puzzle piece to contribute back to this ranch, to contribute back to this healing center, because redistribution, in order for us to redistribute back to humanity, it takes contribution on all parts. A little plus a little plus a little plus a little equals a whole lot. And so what we're doing is we're getting all these tiny little guys, these little people come to Montana. But what people don't understand is we are huge souls with a lot to offer, a lot to redistribute, like on all levels, not just money, not just wealth, but giving back to humanity. Like, to be totally honest, there's a humanity underground. Like, we can talk about love and light and all these things, but in order for us to fully ascend, we need to become aware of the truths. Right. And that's why we have been brought here to do this mission, to bring these people and children and humanity up into the light again. And so that's what was coming through. Right.
So the one thing that freaked me out about whenever we met and the information that I got was I'm supposed to bring my children home. At that point, I was told I can't have children. But my purpose isn't to bring my children home. My purpose is to bring God's children home to themselves and figure out what it is that they actually want to create and their power and their potency, because you are him. And because you came from him, you are stronger than him too.
Right. And that's why
you are magnified of him. Do not be afraid of him. Just because a creator created you does not mean you need to be afraid of them. Okay. That is a parent trap. Okay. That's an earth thing. And, sorry. I went off on a little thing.
We did. Somewhere. Yeah. As soon as I felt this and I channeled my higher self, it was like, oh, back to ground formation. All right, we're back to grounding. To like, seriously, because the awakening and ascension is all not love and light.
No,
And
it's not
just-
anywhere close to that. I'm sorry.
It's truth.
Because
to be honest.
It's not all love and light because you didn't create all love and light. You weren't all love and light. You weren't in those spaces. Okay. So you, as a masterful creator, created a shitstorm. You want the shitstorm. If you say yes, take the shitstorm. You're welcome. If you don't, stop. Figure it out.
Because right now, more than ever, we have the ability to make a left turn or a right turn. Do you want the gates of hell or do you want the gardens of Eden? You have
like,
the
seriously,
choice.
like our property is going to be the first Eden, like, or the new Eden, if you will. Like I'm a powerful shamanic woman with a lot of gifts, a lot of medicine to give, a lot of healing to pass off into this world. And I want those properties to be able to allow people freedom. You know, so that's my gift, is to be able to tap into you and get you to realize what you are and then let you free. Like your parents should have done.
Yes, absolutely. So, Khala, let's talk about this mass ascension that's occurring right now. What are your thoughts on that?
Okay, so mass ascension, here you go. You can pick your 3 days of darkness, or the universe is going to show it to you. You're going to awaken whether you want to or not.
Whether you want to or not. And if you don't want to and you don't, you end up dying. You just dead on planet Earth.
Okay.
This is a planet of ascension.
It's your choice. It's a choice. It's a choice. But like, it's going to happen.
It's already happening.
It's already happening.
Yeah.
Do you want to go ahead and choose it, or you want to keep struggling? I don't know one person that wants to keep struggling. I know that 2020 has given me clear sight. I don't want to struggle. I don't want to see my family struggle. I don't want to see my friends struggle anymore. I don't want to see another person go without a meal. I don't want to see somebody eating garbage. I don't want that anymore. I want a new way of living where we actually have gorgeous gardens filled with love and support and community and people working together for the common good. And then I want to give you a gift on the other side of it. Because I'm nice.
But the thing is with this mass ascension is like you could be a part of that, or you can be the
resistance.
The resistance holding us back. All of us.
Mm-hmm. You want to be resistant?
Because it's all as on a collective level.
But seriously, everything's happening at once. And like, whether your awareness is caught up to it or not, your higher self will let you know.
Right. Just be open to it.
Be patient with yourself too. Because like, yes, it's all happening right now, but you have to honor your process. And your process is your process. And wherever you are, you are. Accept it and then choose differently. I'll meet you there.
Right. And so it's divine feminine leading this new age of Aquarius that is literally today, the first day of this golden age. We are now in this divine feminine, this Sophia code, the Sophia era, this Sophia dragons, the Sophia dragon tribe. Oh, let's talk about that. Talk about some feminine.
My dragons? Wait, there it is. There's my dragon. There's Peggy.
Just take it off.
I just take it off. And she's not quite finished yet. We got all kinds of different stuff going on here. And then I'm gonna be adding a whole bunch of color and crystals because my crystals are life. But anyway, dragon energy. Okay, I have to talk about some mystical shit for a second.
Yes,
because here's the thing. Like, I love fairies and dragons and unicorns and like all that fun shit. It lights me up. It's a lot of fun for me, and it's imaginative and creative and just kind of just different, right? So when I think about all of that, and I've worked with dragons for a hot minute. Whenever I would do my meditations, because I didn't want them to be boring, I would use dragons and dragon fire and all of the other things that were just super fun. And I would learn how to tame my dragons to be able to go through all of these things, but I had to see them be themselves.
Before you could tame them.
Before I could tame them, I had to let them be. I had to let them show me their story, where they came from, what they did, how they interacted with me before. You know, we had to get right. And then I brought in my dragon leaves. And then, I don't know. I don't know what else to say about them. Like, dragons are here. They're here to help. You'll see little,
in the cloud formations.
You'll see them in the cloud formations. You can see them in different crystals. You can see them in different people. And they're here to help.
And you can call them in, or if they're ready, they know you're ready for them to come into your life. You just accept the messages and the synchronicities that are coming through.
It's fun. Like, you're not crazy because you're talking to a dragon. It's fun. Yeah, it's just a lot of fun. Like, you get messages in different colors, different sizes, shapes. It's just something for you to decipher in a different way.
Right. And so how would one, if someone wants to connect with their dragon family and their dragon tribe, how would one do so?
It is as simple as closing your eyes, connecting into your heart, and breathing, and then asking a dragon to come forward. Okay, so it's you're being very mindful of what you're asking to come forward, and you observe it without judgment. Let it show you its bigness. Let it show you its magnificence, and then befriend it. Because it's a movie in your head. Don't slay the dragon. Be a friend with it. It just wants to help.
And so when you say it's a movie in your head, describe that more.
So something that helped me was I created a little movie theater in my head to be able to decipher images and stuff. So I didn't want this inability to see to be a thing, because I had this long story about my eyes being taken out, my sight being taken away from me, and all this stuff. So I created a back door to give me vision. The back door to give me vision was creating metaphors that made sense to me, and the things that I liked, and the stories I liked to tell. And I like to tell fairy tales and dragon stories and unicorns and magical shit. And it brings out the little girl in me, so then I can tap into a joyful space and watch a movie in my head that it doesn't matter how it turns out. It's just a movie. It's not an actual reality. It might have been. It very well could have been. But because I'm watching it as if it is a movie, I no longer have judgment on it. I no longer have expectations of how I'll feel, and I can just observe it for what it is.
Yes. And we have another dragon tribe soul fan, Angelfish. She's totally in.
Oh, Angelfish! I saw you on a live the other day, and I knew instantly as soon as I saw your frequency that we were soul family.
Oh my gosh! See, instantly I felt that so much.
Yeah.
She said water dragons arrived exactly 8 a.m.
Yeah.
Turned sky lavender and brought the cold rain. Poor excited. Yeah, Angel's so close to us. Oh, let's just go pick you up, Angel.
Right?
Can we just pick you up and bring you here? We're just she lives in Washington too. She lives more closer to like Seattle.
Okay.
So maybe that's like what? Maybe 6 hours, 7 hours maybe. But we gotta go definitely see Angelfish, our dragon soul assistant. Or you need to come over here.
Or you can just meet us. You can just meet us on Wednesday.
Oh, yeah, we are going to Washington Wednesday. Angel, you know why we're going to Washington, girl? I don't need to say. I don't need to say. You already know. But yes, hi, Bree. Hi, Galactica. If you guys have any questions at all, please let us know.
Oh, and by the way, if I say something and it doesn't make sense, this is a clue. If it doesn't make sense, you're not ready for the message.
Yes.
So if you're like, what the fuck did she just say? It wasn't meant for you.
Right. But if it does resonate and you want a little bit more of a dissection, by all means, we would love to answer all of your questions. Totally. But remember, like we said, it's like you don't even have to ask a question about Khala or
anything.
like
Whatever.
Anything. It could be about the past, the present, the future, about all of
pain.
Yes.
A relationship.
Yep. Ask us. We've
got
cards.
The way, here's the thing. Relationship is changing now.
Ooh, let's talk about that, you guys.
Relationship is changing. Relationship is a lot about, right, in certain paradigms, not in mine, but in certain paradigms, relationship is about people pleasing and codependency and like a lot of really icky stuff. And a lot of people don't live in their truth when they're in relationship because they become the unit. They are not their own person when in relationship. And I would like for the new paradigm of relationship to be based on honesty, the truth of you. Like, what do you want? And knowing and owning that not one person can fulfill all of your needs all the time, which is why we need community connection, which is why we need to have different people in our lives for different reasons, seasons, or lifetimes.
Oh, yes, I love that.
Okay. And releasing, here's the best thing that you could ever do for somebody. I love you so much that I'm going to give you this space to be yourself. Go do you. Whatever it is that you want to do, you do it. I have no expectations. I have no big plan on the other side of it. I just have you being the best version of you. And if it is in alignment with me, we will meet up again without a doubt.
Always. That's a divine algorithm. That's
every time. So, anybody that's like, I can't leave my relationship, please do. It's in the going away that you actually find that it's going to work or it's not. But you have to be willing to let it go.
Right. And let's also be aware that I would say 99% of relationships are attracted to each other because of your wounds.
Oh, totally. They trauma bond. And trauma bonding isn't love.
Right.
Trauma bonding isn't love. And no, you don't have to love yourself completely to have a partner. And no, you don't have to have your journey to self and union with self will give you everything that you need. But you have to be willing to do it within self first.
First and foremost, within before out.
Mm-hmm. If you don't address it on a molecular level first, and then change the thought patterns and the paradigms that are running in the background of your brain that aren't even actually yours, you can't go anywhere. You stay in a pattern.
And what's so interesting as well, that we're talking about this relationships is that you could be in a relationship with someone who might have killed you. Okay. Whatever the situation.
And you'd still have the same attraction as a twin flame, just so you know.
Yes, if you don't address what it is inside of you that is attracting this person, because it's all in you. Your reality and every person in it is a divine reflection on you. And that's why when you go through your awakening, you do have to extract yourself and implant yourself in a whole other location or environment.
Yep.
It's very important to understand that. Especially when you go into conscious relationships, it's becoming aware of the heart space.
It's awareness of you, and then awareness of the unit, and then awareness of your truths and checking in, right? So we are constantly morphing and changing daily. Our needs are not always the same. We don't have the same feelings every day, but nobody ever checks in on who are you today? What do you need today?
Right.
What is it that you want to create today? Or how can I best support you? That would be the questions I would want. And then also knowing that I'm not going to settle for less than that.
Right.
And then knowing that I have a partner that believes in me and believes in the missions that I want to do and want to create and wants to walk that path with me without hesitation, knowing that he can hold space for me because I am a masterful creator.
Oof. And you will only, Khala, attract a masterful creator male version of you. That's it. No more, no less. I mean, you're always more.
Well,
but no less.
Yeah, I will actually attract less because those that are wounded will want my energy.
But it's up to you.
It's up to me to have discernment on who gets my energy and why.
Exactly. And that's so important for all women, especially to hear.
Yeah. Well, when you engage in sex, you are in a sacred energy exchange. You are trading DNA. You are actually in this space of creating universes. So that point of creation, there it is. That void space is here in the divine temple, in the divine feminine. You want to create multiverses? This is where you do it. You don't just create children here. You want to go play in the background? You want to trade DNA with a whole bunch of people? Go for it.
Sorry.
But you're also taking on all of their drama, trauma, and
bullshit.
All the shit. You're taking it all. So here's here's one practice you can do if you do want to go sleep around. One, tell all your partners who you're sleeping with. Be upfront and honest from the very first day that you are in engagement. Be honest that you are sexually active and you like it. And then explain the things that you like so that they can decide if they want to provide it. It is not up to you to control whether they do or they don't.
That is so powerful, which was like a huge breakthrough from one of our soul sisters who's about to hop on. But from a male perspective, and this is so cool when all these females get to hang out together, but when we get like a male perspective, that's huge. Because if a male perspective comes into our reality, it's that high of a caliber for us to understand and for us to integrate, right?
The divine feminine, or any feminine, multiplies what you give her. Okay, so if a man or woman, if you're in a relationship and you have an imbalance in the feminine energy, does not matter your avatar. If you have a imbalance in the feminine energy or in the masculine energy, she will multiply what you emit to her. Think about that.
That is so
You
true.
don't deal with your emotions. You don't deal with your traumas. You don't deal with your bullshit. You are just emanating it into the field of which she is going to multiply it and create. What do you want?
So
You are in the presence of divine energy within you to do whatever the fuck you want. Do you choose fuckery or do you choose symbiotic relationships of mastery and co-creation and beautiful blissness?
Yes. And one point I wanted to get for these divine feminine out here as we are rebalancing the masculine and feminine within us both, all of us, men and women.
Yeah.
It's important to understand that women, okay, we have these emotions and we need to release them, right? We talk about them, we communicate with our emotions, but it's very important to not have an expectation to come from that masculine.
Yeah.
It is not their job, and nor is it your program to think that a man can change that.
Guess what? You have masculine energy in you. You can provide for your damn self.
Yes.
If you choose to.
Whew. And now that it's getting really fire and hot in here, which I feel like the intensity is rising, I want to just bring on another special guest, which is my soul sister.
By the way,
Brooke.
shit's
Let's
about
a
to get
chair.
real because when all three of us start channeling, it gets stupid.
Okay, I'm going to need to take a little break because I need to do a release.
Pause.
But Brooke and Khala will be here.
Nope.
Okay, we're going to be taking a break, you guys. So please stay tuned. Literally. Oh, okay. Well, here's
Y'all
Brooke.
can take a break.
All right, let's go, Brooke.
Go, Brooke.
Woo! Sacred sex. Sacred sex. Time to call some sacred sex.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all. What's that?
We good? Yeah. Okay. All right. You have to prompt me because I'm already in the zone. What are they wanting to know? Give me a question, Khala.
Talk about conscious coupling, relationship, the new relationship, not anything else other than new relationship, because from this point forward, we are only moving into the new timeline.
Yes. Okay. Absolutely. Perfect. Conscious coupling in the new relationship. I feel like so much taller than them. I'm going to back up just a little bit.
You're so much taller than I am.
I'm so much taller. Whew. Hi. Hello, everyone. It's great to be here with you. I'm just kind of settling into the energy. I've actually been downstairs rooting this whole conversation, anchoring it into the earth, anchoring in the new grid. And I've got to tell you, I just had the most incredible spiritual experience. And isn't it interesting? We're having this conversation about conscious coupling. We are reuniting twin flames, but the twin flame journey is always a journey, first and foremost, within yourself, between your own masculine and feminine energies. And until You do the work within you so that your feminine energy is not being a mean swamp girl bitch to your masculine energy. You will never come into harmony with the relationship or the partner that is actually meant for you. She's back.
Yeah, and I was hungry. So interesting that we're talking about
Oh,
this.
you guys, we got to talk about this. Y'all need to be eating more potassium, okay? It's how your body deals with stress and energetic shifts. So bananas, avocados, do it up.
Oh, see, avocado, the vagina, the banana, the penis. Let's scoot up a bit. Scoot up a bit.
Scoot up. I'm too tall though then. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I had
That's
to
why
scoot,
you're in the
I had to
center.
scoot back.
Okay, so any questions, you guys?
Let's look. You read it. Hi.
Hi,
You can't
Pam.
expect others to act and be like you. Yeah. There's so many comments. How do you guys keep up with all of this? Okay, cool.
We're just talking.
We're just talking, saying hello.
Yeah, so this is a really interesting conversation because, one of the ways that they took our power from us was to have us look externally, right? But everything is internal. Scooch over, babe.
I'm trying.
Everything is internal, and as above, so below, as within, so without. So anything that is showing up in your external reality is always a product of you. You are the common denominator. Now, here's the thing, though. It's whatever's showing up in your present moment is a product of who you were being in the past.
Mm-hmm.
See the time loop there?
Yeah. So
Stop the loop.
I know. Stop the loop. Just
Stop
put the
the loop.
brakes on.
Like you see the pattern, stop the loop.
And that's the piece. Like when you become aware of the pattern, you have to stop actually engaging in the pattern. The moment that you have that epiphany, that sensational moment of truth that shakes your being to its core, that's when you take action. And then you relax. And like you were talking about, you don't worry about the outcome or what it's going to look like or how it's going to show up. You then relax.
Relax. The past, 3 weeks now that I've been here?
Yeah.
Past 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Past month I've been here. The message has been relax. How do you relax when the energy is so intense? How do you create stillness within self? How do you create your own awareness and bubble of what's yours and what's not in a
There's no bubble.
There's no bubble.
No.
You are everything.
See, because that's the piece. The only reason why the energy feels overwhelming is because you are trying to contain it
Control
within
it.
the smallness of what you thought you were. Oh, here it is. But you are not small. You are not small at all. You are infinite. You are beyond anything that you can conceive or comprehend with your programmed stepping out of the matrix little human brain. And because you are so far beyond, every time that you try to shove the energy and the downloads and the possibility that is actually pouring through you and coursing through your veins and your being every single moment, every time you try to contain that, it's like they're showing me a fire hydrant with the lid popped off and you're trying to drink it through a coffee stirrer stick. And you're like, I had to demonstrate.
You're going to make the background full.
I might. The walls might come down. They might
have to.
They might have to. They might have to. But that's what you're doing to yourself. And that's what you're doing to yourself every single time that you're looking at some external thing and making it big and solid and real and you're freaking out about it. You are literally like, you're pinching off, you're shutting down the energetic possibility there.
Because you're trying to label it. You're trying to define it instead of just leaning
You're
into it.
limit it. You're trying to.
You're just shutting it off by putting a bubble around it.
When the truth is, so because here's the thing. You're
Sometimes
like,
you gotta swim in a bubble.
can I? Sometimes. But this is the space beyond, right?
Yeah.
We had to have bubbles in the old energy to protect us from the outside energy. We're not in that energy anymore. Can you feel it? Yeah.
Can you feel it, guys? It's
You had to have a bubble to protect yourself and to heal your traumas because you were swimming in a swamp. And in the swamp, which by the way, I just saw a picture of a person in a bubble. Apparently it's a thing now. What a weird world we're living in. Okay, this is not what we meant. We didn't mean like physically put a plastic bubble over you. No. Put an energetic bubble around you. Energetic. And you know what? If you're not living in the swamp, you don't need a damn bubble. Okay? The bubble I'm seeing now, in the old energy was necessary. It was like a
shielding.
A shielding. Yeah, it was like an astronaut oxygen mask because you were swimming in a cesspool of toxic shit that is not serving of your being. But we all know you're not going to choose to reside there anymore. You are going to be conscious about the relationships in your life, and you're going to stop surrounding yourself with people that are cesspools. You're going to choose
sisters and brothers that actually have you.
That feel like
love.
Fresh spring water in paradise.
Oh my gosh, the light. Did you see
I saw
that?
that.
Whoa. That's crazy. That light just
The
totally moved by
frequency
itself.
of love is what the planet runs on. Anything outside of it is just draining.
Right. Absolutely.
That's it.
So this is the thing, is that this is available and so much more beyond.
So much more.
This is just a beginning for our journey, and you guys are watching it, you guys are experiencing it, and you're able to have this part of your experience to go on your journey, right? And so how fun is that to be able to have community? Like, everyone's talking about the negativity on social media and Facebook, but look at what we can bring together. We can bring the masses together, and it's through community, right?
It's through what you're choosing to create.
Yeah. It's conscious choice. As soon as you're aware that there's something else, you make a conscious choice to choose differently.
Yep. Pri said everything is there for us, for our evolution.
Everything.
It's already available.
Everything.
So what I wanted to ask you guys, which is, off topic, but back to on topic.
Sure.
That's
That's the way it goes, man. Sorry.
Let's talk about Brooke. Let's talk about that fun, yum, and cum.
Oh. Well, that just lit me up.
We went to a different place.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about fun, yum, and cum.
What do you think that is? Why don't you guys comment below? What is fun,
what's
yum,
that?
and cum? We're talking about sacred sex and conscious relationships.
Ooh.
What is fun, yum, and cum?
I
Would you
love
like
your
to
voices.
explain?
I would love to explain. Okay, well, first and foremost, take a deep breath. Come back into your body. Feel yourself sink back down. Notice the chair that you're sitting on. Feel your breath moving through your body. I just want you to notice the energy of those words. So I'm going to say each word a few times, and I just want you to get the frequency and the feeling of what's coming up for you. When I say the word fun, I know it came out with spice.
I did. It came out so sexual already.
Oh, what are we unlocking? Oh, okay.
Giggles is healing.
Giggles are healing. Fun. Let's have some fun. Yes, fun.
Yum and cum.
What's fun?
Yeah, what is fun? What is your fun?
Fun.
Oh,
Let's just feel
that's
it.
a good one.
What is your fun? Yeah, I mean, start the
Comment
inquiry.
below, please. We want to know your fun.
What's
your
fun for
fun?
you? What's that thing that maybe like,
And doesn't matter what it is, just say it.
yeah, no, what's fun for you? And what's your weirdest fun thing? What's your fun thing that you think it's really fun, but you're pretty sure that you don't think that anybody else on the planet would think that it's fun? What's that thing for you? What is it? Fun. Gosh, that was so much fun. I had so much fun. What's that thing? And can you maybe make a list of things today that you got to experience that were fun?
Being out in nature.
Oh, yeah. That's always fun.
Going on adventures.
Yeah. I like going on a road trip. I like being on roads that I've never been down before.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
So good.
I love meeting new people. I love experiencing new things. I love tasting new foods.
That's good.
I really love just being outside. Like,
Right.
give me a forest and maybe a river and a cast iron skillet and a campfire. I'm
Good.
That's fun.
Yes.
That's fun.
That's total fun.
Yeah. Okay, so what's fun for you? Pam says playing with penguins.
Oh, that's fun.
I want a pet penguin.
I want a pet penguin.
I've wanted a pet penguin for so long. Oh my god, that's
I want
fun.
one so bad.
What's fun for you? Okay, and then I want you to look back. Like, kids laugh about 300 times a day.
How many times later you laugh?
Yeah. Because I wasn't. I'd become a big old bore, and I'm like, not that at all.
I giggle all the time.
I'm not that at all. I've given up my authenticity, and who I authentically am at my core is fun. Most fun would be riding a horse out in the mountains. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. It's
Yes,
so
smoking
amazing.
weed. Yes,
With
you
the
understand.
magnificent cowboy.
A magnificent cowboy. Hell yeah.
I'll have that.
We got all
So
excited.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Yeah. Okay. That's fun.
See?
Yeah,
Fun.
it's fun for me too. So here's the thing. How much fun are you actually including in your life? Because if you want to have a conscious relationship, if you want to have a partnership, if you want to have a thing that is
Igniting.
thing, you got to create that thing for yourself first.
Mhm.
I'm wearing a ring again. I bought this for myself in Mexico when I married me. And I married myself again because I'm amazing. Like, amazing. I'm really fun. I cook really well. There's lots of yum. That cum thing, I take great care of myself. I'm a perfect partner for me.
Oh, yeah.
And when you really, like, when you come into that space, when you come into that,
Come.
there it is again. Banana, banana.
You're such boys.
seriously, way worse than the boys.
Preteen
What are you
boys.
talking about? Way worse. Way worse.
Preteen boys, like seriously, like still super curious and like, what's that?
No, but seriously though, like I had this realization, and you know, I'm really glad I'm learning how to be a quick learner now, but previously my mom was not a fast learner, and I had to like test the waters and kind of beat my head against the wall sometimes. And so back in 2014, I broke my foot in Mexico, tragic shallow pool incident. But while I was laid up in bed healing my foot, I realized I had never like really learned how to love myself. I was not consciously, I just looked up at 13333. I was not consciously aware of me. I was not aware of, and then as a result, because I was unaware of the parts of me, because I hadn't done, you know, healing, because I hadn't united within me, I was attracting all kinds of stuff that was not a good fit. You know what? I thought it would like, I would make this decision and I'd be perfect at this. Which is so silly to me because I have been kind of hard-headed. And it has actually taken falling on my face and being not congruent with me, totally miserable, creating absolute shit in my life to get to a point I could realize like I'm a masterful creator. I actually created all of that. I had to have all of that. Because if I hadn't had all of that, I wouldn't have had a stimulus. I wouldn't have had a sufficient, life had to give me a little bit of a consequence, a bitch switch reaction for my behavior. Okay. And sometimes you have to do this with yourself and with the other people in your life. But when we look at nature, what does nature have? Nature has a bitch switch. Nature has strong boundaries and absolute boundary enforcement. If you jack with the rattlesnake, it's going to bite you. And it has venom. Okay, like Mama Bear is chill until you mess with her babies, and then she will eat you. And you have to be willing to have that kind of like, no, this is no. And so the interesting thing is, though, most people want to do that out here.
They don't do it here.
But none of that work is meant to be just out here. You can't control other people. Though you've been controlled your whole life, you cannot control other people. It doesn't work like that in this new space. You can't be sucking energy from people around you and trying to fix them and trying to do this. You've got to do the work here. And then when you do the work here, all of this will shift. It's been really interesting because the more that I work on this conscious relationship and creating a sacred union of my masculine and my feminine within myself, it's done, by the way. So excited for what comes next.
I'm so excited for you. Felt good, didn't it?
Yes. But as you get closer and closer to union, actually being able to have, because here's the thing, like we've been so conditioned and so programmed, you've got a masculine and a feminine energy within yourself, but the feminine hasn't learned how to be feminine.
No, she doesn't know what it's like. Her story's been wrong.
Yeah. And so because she's been so really like left out in the cold and degraded and manipulated and then gotten pissed about it. I mean, rightfully so, Mama Bear. But we went from one end of the spectrum to the other end of the spectrum, and really the sweet spot is in the space in the middle. Right?
Right.
Yeah, where you're not you are congruent.
You're in full alignment.
You are congruent all the way through yourself. You are actually a conduit for source energy to flow through you, for all of you to flow through you. You cannot have yourself, you cannot have creation without yin and yang, without masculine and feminine, without light and dark, and you cannot cut off bits of yourself. You are an infinite being.
It's true.
We are in the age of Aquarius and the light is back. And to have the light come back online, you must acknowledge the darkness. All creation begins in the dark. There was darkness. Then you spoke into existence. Your words have creative power.
Resonance.
And here's the deal. The words that your inner feminine has been saying to your inner masculine are the reason why you've created shit. Period. It's the reason why you have karmic relationships that are toxic, that are holding you back. It's the reason why you don't have joy, you don't have passion, you don't have bliss. You're not the fullest expression of yourself. Your body isn't operating at all levels. Your financial flows are stagnant. It is 100% because you have been at war with yourself, with this masculine and feminine energy, and you must create a conscious relationship with yourself before you could ever hope to have a conscious relationship with somebody else. And that's terrifying.
Yes.
Because it requires a level of personal integrity, personal responsibility, and accountability, really being willing to own all of your shit.
All of it. Without judgment.
None of this.
You know what this is, right?
Three fingers pointing right back at me.
Yeah, that's right.
And one up.
And so here's the problem with this. I'm literally not seeing. The reason why Jesus came to the planet was to bust up all of this that we've fallen back into. Okay? And the Christ consciousness is coming back. It's this. Mm-hmm. And you must be congruent here. You must be plugged in here. You must recognize. Mm-hmm. You must actually create that union within yourself. Mm-hmm. And recognize that God is my Father. It flows within me and my mother, and I am it. Okay. And when you get congruent here, when you recognize your power here, because this is power. You've lived in a world where they have tried to convince you that control is power, but control is not power. Feel it. Hold out one hand. Seriously, hold out one hand. Control is control. Feel it? Control. Control. I'm like,
it's like a
control.
It's heavy.
I'm like sinking. Do you see this?
Yeah.
Control.
I don't like that. No.
But there's a high that comes off of control and being controlled.
You want to hold it. Keep holding it.
You want to just strangle it. There's a high that comes off of control and being controlled that we become addicted to. Mm-hmm. It creates literally a chemical
response that's harvested.
Yeah. Mm. Your life force is sucked from you through this control, and they control you by keeping you locked in trauma. They keep you locked in trauma, and then they sell you all kinds of shit to numb out. Which, by the way, like all of it has this year, all of that has been. Isn't that interesting? Isn't it interesting that yet again, that which was intended for dark, we are shining a light on, and it's actually being used for good. Because how many people have actually come back home to themselves this year? How many people have cut out? You know, maybe you realize busy schedule's not where it's at. Mm-mm. Gosh, when you have a conscious relationship with yourself, you start to check in, like, how many things have you been doing to please somebody else because of tradition, because of programming, because they said you had to? How many people are you checking in with before you make a decision for yourself and for your life? Because if you're listening to anyone outside of you, the best that you can hope for is a watered down version of their reality. That's it. That's it.
I don't want to live in other people's realities anymore.
No.
I want to co-create mine.
No, I want a reality that is fun, yum, calm. Mm-hmm. That's what I choose. Mm-hmm. Because here's the deal. When you actually have that, Chaz, you have fun, what happens?
Magic happens.
Magic happens.
Totally. Let's see. What does this say? Control is a natural reaction of self-destruction, release of energy. Factors of your self and fulfillment will follow your success and path of full body of alignments. So true.
Very true.
Yes. Let's have this divine masculine come out and play. Please communicate. We'd love to hear this. So we're talking about fun, yum, and come.
Yeah.
With a little bit of a detour.
Oh, of course.
There's always detours. There's always detours.
So
we had to have a detour because, like, fun, yum, and come is the answer to a happy relationship. Both directions.
The answer to all.
It's the answer to all.
That is all.
If you can have fun, yum, and come in your life,
everything else is a bonus.
I mean, really, because when you're focused on fun, yum, and come, you are suddenly in the energy of surprise and delight and adventure and bliss.
Hello.
And sensuality.
Gift, surprise,
connection,
unpredictable.
Ecstasy.
Do you see how we light up when that happens?
Oh, like women, like real women, like light up at this shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
We want fun.
Yum.
And come. And here's the deal. You would think you got to take the lid off. You got to like take the limits off. You got to get outside of the box, because fun doesn't. I don't know. I really like playing at the playground. I'm a total child. Okay, but that's really fun. But that's not the only kind of fun that I want to have.
No.
Fun for me is actually like new experiences, something different, and it doesn't need to be. None of the old rules apply.
Oh, everything does not apply from the old.
Okay.
Everything.
It's gone.
Yeah. Like
What's fun?
So what's fun? And honestly, what's fun I like looking at rocks.
I know, right?
Well, there's the part to it right there, is that everyone has a different fun.
Yeah.
And so when you focus on your fun, you will attract that like-minded, that soul-embodied person who's into the same reality and attracting the same thing that you are.
100%.
Who's lit up by the same stuff as you, that you can like bounce ideas and grow and expand, and they see you. Okay, if you are making fun a priority, you are going to attract people that actually understand you, that enjoy being in your company, that you all feed off of, that are contributory, not feed off like
not like leeches.
feed each other,
We feed each other.
nourish each other.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
We become a
So we have fun, right? And everyone's fun is different. But here's the thing, is that we had fun, yum, and come.
Mhm.
And I also added one getter done, because everyone's different. Here's the thing, is we have fun. Everyone needs to have fun, need to have yum, and need to have come for a conscious relationship. But each individual is different. So what I like to hear is everyone's one getter done. Like for me, let's just start. I'll just give an example. Fun, yum, and come. My one getter done is having a man to cook a nice, yummy, hearty country breakfast. Like biscuits and gravy is definitely my getter done.
Girl, I will make you the best biscuits and gravy. I love you.
You're like, that should be easy.
That shit's easy. I do that in my sleep.
right?
That's what it takes, is biscuits and gravy. I got you, girl.
So what about you, Khala? What is your one getter done?
Presents.
Yeah, that's like the well, I was just came into my mind. What is it? The 5 languages.
The 5 love languages?
Yes.
So you've got oh gosh, I'm on the spot. So you've got gifts, you've got physical touch, and then you've got
Words like
words of
affirmations.
affirmation, acts of service.
There's one more. I'm forgetting who this.
What's the other one?
Getting stuff done for you.
Yeah.
Like people
Service.
doing
I think you
stuff.
said that.
Yeah,
People
I did
doing
that.
stuff
I
for
think I
you.
said that one too. But anyway, yeah, it's presence in that. So like being aware of who I am in the now moment and being able to supply whatever that might look like, because I'm not going to assume you're going to do anything. I'm just going to be me in that now moment. And if you can be present with me, then we can create worlds and be massive on this planet. But if you can't be present with me, I can't be present with you.
That was a deep one. Mine was like, cook me a good country breakfast.
Mine is fun, yum, and come.
That's it. There's no get her done.
Well, I mean, because it can show up in a variety of ways.
I mean, like I like a massage. I like a bath. I like
bath.
self-care things
That's
that I
you,
do for
bro.
myself.
I'm a
But you
bath
being
girl.
aware that I like those things and doing them because you just want to. Because you enjoy me being happy, being me.
So here's the piece, though. Are you willing to actually do that for yourself first and foremost?
Are you willing to be present with yourself?
Are you willing to provide yourself fun, yum, and come and get her done? And you know what? Like, are you also open to it? Doesn't, you're never going to have all your needs met by just one other person.
Not gonna happen.
That's absurd. I used to do that, and I was so lonely and so depressed. And now I have this great, huge circle of amazing people, and it's the best thing ever.
Right.
And it just keeps expanding. And you know what? Like, can you have this in your life so you can have an existence that is magical, that is worth living?
Right.
You're here in a physical vessel in a physical reality for a reason. You're actually meant to enjoy it. You're meant to eat the good food. You are meant to savor it. You're actually meant to do a lot more things in ceremony with intention, with that presence, with that, right? Jazz is all about that. I love it. But you're actually meant to be here in the moment and enjoying it. It's the reason why we have this physical vessel. It's the reason. So are you actually allowing yourself to have these things? And then are you open to the fact that this stuff can show up in different ways? It'll never show up how you think it is. Think it will. Okay. Like you would think calm has to equal sex, like no. I live a very orgasmic life. I choose orgasmic living. I choose to actually like have my whole being be like right there on the edge as much as possible because it's available and it feels good. So why would I not choose that for myself if I could have
joyful.
It? Right? It's joyful. It's here. Yeah. And I actually, when I'm in this energetic space, I create so much more for myself and for my life. And with ease, it just flows in. It just happens. Right. Okay. So yum, like what's yummy for you? Like, I love, what's really yummy for me? Guy's cologne, not too much of it, but guy's cologne.
I would have not thought that.
I know.
I would have not thought that.
Campfires. I love the smell of campfire.
Okay, fire on a man.
Oh.
Yeah, fire on a man. Campfire on a man. Wood fire on a man.
Work on a man smells good. I mean, and not like work, but like doing things, being physical with their body, getting it to glisten, like that's yummy. That's yummy.
That's yummy.
I'll bring you sweet tea and help you do whatever you need.
Sweet tea.
You know what's yummy? You know what's yummy? I love putting my foot. I love the feeling of a new hot spring. All the water is different all over the place. I've been in 30 hot springs in the last year and a half. And I love it. I can feel the different minerals. That is not only fun and yum for me, that's also calm. That's like a trifecta.
It's a trifecta.
That's a trifecta.
And we have them right here.
It's true.
Right here.
It's true. So
excited.
What is that thing for you? Like, are you actually not only allowing, but are you making it a priority? Are you making it a focus to allow yourself to have these things in your life? It's really fun for me. I actually really like cleaning the kitchen and my underwear with music on and just dance my ass off. That's really fun for me. And it's weird because like it's doing chores, but it's not really because it's fun, right?
It's fun, yeah.
So can you add that little bit more? Can you add that bit that's going to actually have every moment of your existence? Because it can be. There's beauty in every moment. You can go tell them? Yeah. I feel like a Jedi. Wow.
Don't mind.
Oh.
Look, I should have brought the other one, man. That's super long. What do we got going on over here?
Feels amazing. Life force creation. Oh, man chopping wood, no shirt on, with a big crooked smile on his rugged, sexy face. Yeah. So what's that thing for you? Because, you want to create an existence that you actually enjoy living. The rest of it doesn't matter if you're not actually enjoying it. What difference does it make? Who cares how many dollars are in the bank? Who cares what kind of car you're driving? Like, if you're miserable.
Yeah. Because, bleh.
Seriously. Watching you three is fun. I love to sing, dance, and dream all at once.
Yay.
Yes.
That sounds fun.
Yes. You're trying to find that happy medium, the balance.
Balance.
Yes.
How do you find balance?
Oh, how do I find balance?
How do you find balance? How do you know when you're out of balance?
Oh, gosh, when I can't stand on one foot or the other.
Bingo!
When I cannot physically balance, I know I'm out of balance. We should change the banner. Let's talk about balance.
Yeah. Because identifying when you're out of balance is most necessary.
Yeah, because if you're not balanced, you're not congruent with yourself. And so you're totally out of your power.
Yeah.
You're just out. And no judgment.
No.
But like if you were to stand up right now and stand on one foot or the other, how's your balance? It's a big sign that you might have something out of whack. Khala's going to check herself. Good, good. Right side. Uh-huh.
No.
Oh, left side. See?
Everything's
And here's the interesting thing. The more energetically balanced that you become, the more balanced your masculine and feminine energies become, the more balanced that you become between, your light, your dark, your infiniteness, the more that you are congruent. It's like a pillar literally anchoring you, literally balancing you. And that's how like if you cannot balance on one foot or the other, you got something going on. And again, no judgment. It's just a sign of somewhere to go look. But you've got something going on where you're not being true to yourself. You've got something to go look at. You've got some emotional baggage to go release. You've got a story that maybe you need to let go of. Maybe you just need to go have some fun. Eat some good food. Maybe come. Jazz, what are you doing? Hearts and kissy faces.
I'm eating some.
You'd fall flat on your face, and so it is. You must begin to become more careful with the words that you say, because the words that you say are actively creating your reality, and you will never outcreate your reality if you are continuing to perpetuate the story that is no longer true. The only reason why you're out of balance, the only reason why you are not well, because well-being is your natural state, is because you are pinching it off. It wants to flow like Niagara Falls, and you are standing there with your coffee stirrer straw, trying to drink from it. Stop repeating the stories of the bullshit that you don't want, Brooke. Listen to this shit, because Khala was talking to you about this earlier. It's always what I need to hear. Damn, I love when they come in and kick my ass like this.
I love you.
Man. Truth stings, y'all, but the truth will set you free. Stop perpetuating the stories of that which you do not want. Of that which is no longer true for you again. Whatever is present in this moment is a past creation, is the result of your lack of energetic balance and alignment and congruence with yourself previously. And the only thing that's keeping you from having every single thing that you desire right now in this now moment is you. In the beginning, there was the Word. You are the great I am. And everything that you say after I am is a reality. And you lock it in stone. The reality is, everything is energy. Everything is actually everything that feels solid and real and terrifying is only solid and real and terrifying because you are having it be so. It is energy. It is 99.99% space. And you're only consciously aware, able to perceive 94 freaking percent. 94% is hidden. You can only perceive 6% of it with your human senses. You are wildly powerful beyond belief. You are an infinite being, and you are actively co-creating your existence. They have taught you things other than that you must look for something outside of yourself for your power, that you must have someone else connect you in, that you must look to someone else for what you should do with your life. And you wonder why you don't like your life, because you're not living your life. You wonder why you don't have self-love, because you're not being yourself. You wonder why you feel like you're not enough. Well, because you haven't been being all of you. Of course you don't feel like you're enough. How could you feel like you're enough when you are not being you?
Heard. Word. Loud and clear.
Who are you? Someone wants to come up in your world and your reality and try to tell you what's true for you or what you should do. This is what you do. You act 3 and you go, La 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 la.
And then skip your ass away.
And go back to your playhouse and play pretend again, because that's where your power lies, and come back to your reality.
Mm.
You know what? All those things when you were little that you thought were real were actually real. All of those worlds that you would create and those ideas that would come to you and those conversations you would have and that imaginary friend, and you know, you're knowing, all real. All like the most beautiful part of you. The most beautiful part of you. And anything that is not that, and anything that has stopped that. Your programming, your indoctrination, other people's judgments, old belief systems that are all BS. Your religion, your culture, your upbringing, your family systems, your traditions, the judgments, the oaths, the vows, the contracts. Everything.
All of it. Do the sacred breath.
Blow it up.
And
Check
just
in the
release.
bucket.
Release it.
Bucket, I love it.
It's so true.
Yeah, release that. Who are you really? Gosh, Jazz.
Oh. What about Jazz?
Jazz, every part of you. We're just going to call it up. I'm going to do it live.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. Every part of you that is like, oh my gosh, I feel so nervous doing this.
I know. I'm so bad.
Brooke, I feel so scared right now. What do I do?
I totally do that.
You totally do that. Oh my gosh, I would totally do this right now, but I can't. Every bit of that, and every incident, and every judgment, and every place that you've made that solid and real and true for you through all reality, time, space, dimension, and lifetimes. Blow it out in front of you. Whoa. Dude, it's not in you. But wait a minute. If it's not in you, it's here. I'm feeling it here. It's not you.
Oh, that's so true.
All of that shit's not even you.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so now
All
you're
this
saying
anxiety stuff.
it's not even you.
Nah.
Okay, ready? So let's like blow that shit up. Fucking bucket.
Oh, okay. That feels so
Okay.
much better.
Doesn't it? Okay, so like if that's not you,
What is?
what is? What is true for you?
My light and my message and my voice and my beautiful being and all body, mind, and spirit. That's who I am.
Keep going.
I'm
Tap into the energy of it. Who are you?
an infinite being who came to bring change onto this planet, but change, transformation
Here
on
it
all
is.
levels.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
New.
Helping liberate people through all beings, through all of the ways that I have transformed, which is literally everything.
Truth.
Body, finances, life, location, what else? I mean, everything.
Yeah.
Like literally transformed everything.
How? What'd you do?
Following my heart when everyone said no. Be the within.
Ooh. That's the way.
There you go.
And then it brought me here. And not even a year in here. And then it brought me you guys. Like not even a full year into settling.
No, you were here like 6.5 months when I was here.
Yeah. But I mean, like, it hasn't even been a year and we were already
I'm
this
here.
far.
Yeah.
And we're ready to bring back more.
The rest of the soul fam, come back. We're ready. For real.
For real.
Which, by the way, since Linda Light is on here, I wanted to bring it up to you guys. We're gonna go to Mount Shasta in the spring, and you guys are coming with me.
Okay.
And we're gonna have a major soul family reunion on Mount Shasta for the spring equinox.
Yay! It's my birthday!
Yay!
Oh my God, I'm so on board. That's such a happy birthday present. For the birthday.
Oh yes.
All right.
We're gonna re-meet so much soul family.
Right. Yeah.
Oh.
See, this has been the coolest thing is not meeting people for the first time. When you actually let go of what's not serving you so you can have some room. You gotta create room first, but then it's like a vacuum effect, and that which you are seeking is also seeking you. And so as soon as we were willing, all of us, like as soon as we were willing to just like let go of what wasn't working, like that. And I
literally like that within days.
For me, it started with like I started finding myself, and then you begin to magnetize exactly what you're seeking.
Right. Absolutely.
It's a beautiful existence.
Oh, you know what they want me to talk about right now? That a lot of the reason why people won't take a leap, a lot of the reason why people are afraid, a lot of the reason why people say things like, oh gosh, I totally would, but what if? Or I'm so nervous, or things like that, is because you are afraid that you're going to continue to get what you got in the past now.
That's not reality.
Not this one. No.
We've jumped timelines.
Quantum leaps, y'all.
Okay. You know all that stuff is going on in your body, and you're just kind of like, it's so heavy. Let it go.
Let it go. just let it go. Because look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? That. We're in this whole new time and space. And you know what? Your soul fam, the people that you're attracting, they're not assholes like where you came from.
Nope.
Okay, like we're actually bringing our family back home, like genuine
family.
loving family.
Yeah, the soul tribe, the soul fam.
Yeah, that's what's coming back online. And you know what? The people that you are beginning to attract and magnetize into your existence, and the ideas now that are coming to you, and that pull on your heart that's moving, that's tugging you forward, that you can't deny, that no matter how much you try to shut it down or turn it off, it's still here. That's the way to go. So much confirmation. That's the way to go. And it won't ever lead you astray. I mean, look at this.
Right? It's perfect.
We're totally soul fam. All of us who are resonating with this channel, who is here, especially on the live stream, we're all soul fam. And that's how the divine algorithm takes place. Like, Canadian citizen, amazing meeting you. Awesome. Welcome to my channel. But that's the thing is, I've never seen you before until now. And here you are in my live stream. It's meant for a reason. It was all part of the timeline. It's all the divine algorithm taking place for us to reconnect so we can go ahead and fulfill that mission. Yes. Awesome. But before we end this live, it's been over 2 hours. Oh, it hasn't even felt like that. But it says right here, we've got a little over 2 hours on. And I felt like we should end this live with some cards. What do you
Let's do it.
Which guys do you want?
Ooh, Khala.
Oh, we're gonna.
Sister.
We are gonna do actually. One of us pick a box. Pick a box.
I want that bottom one.
Actually, you want this one?
Yes. You knew.
Want me to have this one? Is that where you're putting me?
No, I didn't. I wanted you guys to choose. These are my
I
cards.
chose
They're gonna
this
tell.
one.
Yeah, I want them to tell you. Because that's
you
how
already
they work.
heard it.
Yeah.
You heard it. I chose the
top. Yeah, that's why I went over here. Okay. What we pulling for, ladies?
This one says on the inside, they want me to read it. Before there was time, before there was language, there were the sacred symbols. Yes, Pam, that's because your heart is drawn to us because you're soul fan.
Yeah. She says, I am a work in progress, but it's progress. I am working on me because I am worth the time, the effort, and the work.
That's my
so
girl.
yes. You are more than worth it.
So
you were
worth
meant to
it.
be here, and we cannot wait to have you
Open
here.
arms, ma'am.
Please come. Oh my gosh, yes. Oh, I love you so much. you
Dude,
guys.
seriously, Pam's my cheerleader. I love her.
Cleanse cards.
Cleanse.
Jazz, I just gotta show you the split, like where they popped.
Wow, of course.
Of course.
4117.
Wow. Okay. They got to see it now.
I've been told recently. So first off, 4 and 1, Jazz's numbers. You're on the right path, new beginnings, and it's the rainbow. And look at this cool. It's a phoenix, man, with like rainbow jets. How cool is that? That's amazing. And look at this earth. 17 has been popping really for me to inflame union.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Very
Very
felt that.
strong.
Very strong.
Mm-hmm.
And also coming back into resonance and harmony with Mama Earth.
Whoa.
Hello.
Right,
Shout out to
Let's
Priscilla,
see what has
my
to be
soul
said.
sister, my Canadian sister. Thank you for being on and warm welcoming
Hey.
our Canadian soul brother. Ooh, we're all
Hold
pulling out
together.
cards before we end. We're going to end this live stream with a collective card reading that we all need to hear right now. So let's get started, y'all.
Oh, it won't go away.
That is it.
Hey, Mike. What is
That's
up?
that is what needed to be said. There's
Ooh,
more messages in there, though.
Bria's numbers is 7-11. Our retreat is
7 to
January 7th to 11th. Wow, sister. So awesome to have you. Welcome. And you had 4 viewers when you said that's Jazz's number, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So true. Lilith.
Ooh.
I am an Earth Dragon, born Virgo with Sun and Moon in Virgo, Lilith in the 12th house.
Oh,
Love that.
interesting. I love that.
Oh boy. Hello.
That's a lot, guys.
I know. That's why they have. I gotta condense the message, yo.
Oh man.
Of course. This is
Oh wow.
That's
I'm
super
such a
fun.
spaz.
That's super fun. I'm sorry. Like, oh, by the way, guys, I'm wearing my space pants tonight. Sorry. I know they popped up in the screen, so I had to say something.
Oh, this is so fun.
This is super fun right here.
This is juicy. Let's you put these
Yes.
where they feel they need to go.
Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Woo.
No, that's confirmation. I just pulled up
Flow.
flow is what popped out. Oh, that's so cool.
Look at that violet fire.
I know, violet fire. Jeez. This is what I see when I'm like blowing energy up. Yeah. So I can get back into flow. I get the energy flowing again.
Okay. There. Directional journey. Rainbow.
Wow. Oh my God, Isis. I didn't even know.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Okay. There it is. And its bigness. Big energies. Big energy bitches. All right.
Oh. Oh, wow.
Want to talk about it?
Mm-hmm.
Should I go
Is it
first?
processing?
Yeah, go. Yeah.
Okay, so I pulled out 3 cards.
Mm-hmm.
Just 3 card spread because we've got 3 going on. Saradwin potential. This is for everyone watching. This is definitely a reflection on the light code frequencies that you uniquely hold. And it's extremely important to become aware of this now, because by having the potential and seeing it now, you are setting the timelines for it to come to fruition. And today, you guys know the great solar flash, the 1221, the winter solstice. Why not go ahead and set that intention and become of the awareness of your potentiality right now? Card number 9 is a sign of completion. Now is the time to complete the cycle and restart the new, which is so crazy, you guys, because Goddess Isis came out, which was the last card. But before, okay, once you identify your potentiality of what it is that your timeline is going to be, it is important to address those secrets.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing that comes to mind is denial.
Mm-hmm.
What are you being in denial about on all levels, in all lives, human life, your past life, all that stuff? What is it that you are hiding?
You need
There
to be
are secrets.
rigorously honest, and fearless and thorough from the very start, because until you speak your truth, this truth will set you free. But until you honor what is actually true for you, you are forever caged. That's what this is.
Mm-hmm.
But when you actually address this, Goddess Isis is coming in strong, saying that everyone and anyone watching this live broadcast and the replay is an initiate of the High Priestess.
Mm-hmm.
And it's important for the rebirth to remember the ancient civilizations that you belong to, because when you remember your past lives in those ancient golden times, you will fulfill and you will integrate it back into this body and into this timeline. So Isis is coming in super strong.
That was the message I needed, boo. Sorry.
Impeccable timing.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Impeccable timing.
So I've noticed something about myself, because I don't ever go on lives and I don't really know a lot about myself on camera. So I'm real curious of what's going on, right? This eye twitches.
Mine too. Mine does too.
When I hit a truth,
My nose,
my nose will
itches.
twitch too, but it's not quite as profound as that eyeball. So I'm like, wait a second, what is happening here? Like every time, so sorry, I had to see that. That is, yes, I needed that.
Yes.
I love Isis right there. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, spill it.
Spill beans. Confirmation.
You've been on a great journey, a winding spiral within yourself. And the reason, the spiral is found in all of nature. It's a Fibonacci sequence.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why you must actually circle back through your lifetimes, really leading up to this time period now that we're coming into the age of Aquarius, which we'll get into here in a moment.
Mm-hmm.
But this has been a journey within yourself. And, people will be at different places in the journey, but it's a journey within yourself to find the core of your being.
Mm-hmm.
And until you hit this core and you hit this resonance where you truly come into divine union within yourself, where you find harmony, congruence, balance, unity, reunion, you will tap up on the same lessons in different ways and from different angles to make sure that you truly got it.
Mm-hmm.
That you are not just here with it, I've learned lesson, but you've actually brought it down into your heart space, into the earth, and you have grounded it. And you've embodied it.
Mm-hmm.
It's one thing to know, but we're talking about gnosis. We're talking about embodiment.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about having learned it to the point that you are now doing the truth. You are now living in your truth. Yeah. Okay. That's the journey.
Next.
And this journey that has been opening up, that, those of us that have been on this wave for a little while, and you'll discover What it really is about uncovering this wild woman within you. Freeing your feminine and all of her darkness and her glory and her fierceness and the parts of her that are deep, that disruptor rebel spirit within yourself that does have a tendency and an ability to flip her mama bear switch. This is not Eve, who was made from the rib. This is Lilith, the original. The wild woman is carved out of the earth, out of stardust, back from the beginning of time. And she is not something that can be contained, and you wouldn't want to. She's like a wildfire. And when the feminine energy within each one of us comes back to this center space and owns her wildness, masculines, you too, you have a wild woman.
You do.
In you, for sure.
Bring her online.
Please.
Please.
It's hot.
Let her
it's
play.
Very sexy.
Let her come out and play. Because when you do this, you tap into deep reservoirs of your own medicine. And you'll notice that this medicine wheel has all of the elements within it. And this fierceness, this freedom, this serpent energy, this goddess over here. Okay. But the medicine wheel right now is turning. And so we've been in this space, but the wheel is turning. And the moment that you realize that within the depths of yourself, you contain all of the medicine that you require, you will find that first it will feel like almost like you're being pulled back. Shelby Page talks about this. She calls it pulling arrows. There's this, we're in this space right here, right now, where the arrow is pulled back, where there is tension.
Yeah, it's tight.
Okay, and it is tight. You feeling it?
Yeah.
Without that pull back,
It won't.
without enough tension, without enough of this thing to fortify you, to refine you, to literally pull the tension, you cannot fly. But baby,
You can.
no. When you're willing to let go and lean in and flow, you'll literally create the rainbow.
Ding. The 5D.
So this is the really interesting thing. When you get to this space, you're whole and complete within yourself. It's my number, by the way. 23, the giveaway. When you realize that you are actually the sun that is causing the rainbow, that is creating the beauty and the treasure here in your existence.
It's so bright.
It's so bright.
You can't even see.
You can't even see. And you suddenly tap into this wellspring of resources within you. An infinite well of abundance that just flows, where there is no worry or concern. You are the flippin' rainbow. Taste the Skittles. Taste the rainbow.
Taste the rainbow.
Effective marketing. But there's this giveaway that wants to happen, a divine inheritance that is yours. You won the giveaway.
Do you believe it?
Yeah. Will you embody it? Because here's the piece. when you really truly have become congruent with yourself, and
1112222.
when you've really truly tapped into yourself and the wholeness of you,
Mhm.
and you realize I'm an infinite being, there is no end, there is no limit to me or what I can create or what I can do. You are free to actually give away. And this is what we're actually called to do, is to be open-handed with it all. Because when you know that you are the spring, you are it. There's no end. You flow.
Because we're in a paradigm shift.
Ooh, look at that.
Look at her. Do you see how that masculine is above her, holding space for her to be all of her in her own space? How he's protecting her and looking over her. That's the new paradigm shift. But you have to get right and congruent with you, because this isn't anybody else above you. That's you. That's you claiming your masculine power. It's you claiming your masculine space, and also claiming that feminine space, that space that you can be just you. Every person needs that space. In this paradigm shift, you must know who you are. And to know who you are, you must not be in union with anybody else except for self. There's no expectation. There's no attachment. There's no nothing.
No need for an outcome. Just
Nothing.
enjoyment at the moment.
Nothing. Because we are all star children.
That's
And
so
we
cool.
are coming home to self. We are taking care of the divine vessel in a brand new way, giving people an instruction manual of how to behave around us, because we won't tolerate anything else. We're going to address all of the ways that we came to this planet and how we're going to create what it is that we want by letting go of what was. Create 0 point in your now moment by taking a deep breath and accepting that the world works differently now if you choose it. The shift has happened. What do you want?
Yes.
Say it out loud. I want my community. I want my rehabs. I want to save the kids. I want to bring all the star kids back into themselves and give them coping mechanisms to be able to know what these big feelings are.
Give them their power back.
Give them their power,
coping.
not to absorb
Power.
another person, but to be their own.
Power.
That's it.
Your sovereign, esteemed, luminous, fierce self.
That's it. We just want you to be you and ascend however you want to ascend into the greatness that is you.
Amy.
You want to talk? You want to say it?
Yeah.
Say your comment.
Yeah, okay, Amy. Customs held back your cacao, so you saved your cacao for tonight. I love it. Thank you for sharing that. Of course you did. What a beautiful moment, by the way.
Divine timing.
Divine timing. What a beautiful moment to be using this to open your heart and expand. And wow, I've had the most profound, amazing, beautiful shifts in my life and in myself since cacao.
Yeah.
And I am so excited for what's going to open up in your reality.
Wow, Amy. Congratulations already. It's already been done.
It's done.
Whatever it is that you wish, Amy, do it in your ritual with your cacao. Say it and connect with Mother. And
play with it. Go in that space that you want to create and play around. It's fun.
Yeah.
And you guys, if you feel called to be with us, we are hosting a retreat in January. You know, it's a little bit of time from now, but we're calling in and inviting all Star family, brothers and sisters of the light. So if you feel called to be here, please, by all means, we would love to see you guys. And it's all about community. It's all about that initiation, right? And this is a huge initiation that it takes the free will. If you feel called to be here, be here. That's it.
Just choose it. And so it is.
And so it is.
Thank you guys so much. Oh, we love you so much. That was so much fun. If you have any more topics that you wish for us to talk about, please.
We can talk forever.
We can go on and on and on. So, but that's the thing is that we need to have a girls trip so we can just full blown do it all.
Yeah.
24/7 on a weekend. On a weekend.
I'm in.
Let's do it. Oh, after the retreat or the retreat.
After the retreat.
We're going to be doing the retreat.
Yes. So all
much love,
right.
everyone.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Happy Age of Aquarius.
Yes. Happy winter solstice. See y'all.